Going back and rewatching the long pass to Daniel in that game, he pretty much went untouched, and it seems like every time you guys have gotten the ball long, he's been uncovered. How have you schemed that this season?
A little bit of that one was more just trying to set up the same kind of the fly sweep action, and then we had a little counter with it, with the tailback going the opposite way of the sweep. And the one safety, you could see him then try to fix it. He lost his eyes, and Daniel obviously came wide open. But schematically, you hope that's going to happen, but part of it's from having, kind of staying with the ability to try to run the football helps us on that.
When he's as impactful as he is, when he does get the ball, is there an instinct to get it to him more, or is it trying to the pitch count a little bit to keep him fresh?
Not so much keeping him fresh, just making sure that it fits in the scheme that we got. I think he's done a really good job of in space, using his long fluidness. You watched him on the first third down conversion we had. Got jammed just a little bit, came off bit, created space for himself, and Skylar was able to find him and get us a first down. The long touchdown run, obviously, when he stiff-armed the guy off, most of the guys we have would not be able to keep that guy away from him the way that he's able to because of his length.
Do you have an update on Philip and Malik's status for the game on Saturday?
Well, both of them have practiced more and more as the week's gone along. I would say Mindy would say both of them will got to kind of see when Saturday gets here. But I feel good with how they've gone, how they've progressed this week. I wouldn't say that if today was the day we had to decide, that it would be very easy to decide, but hopefully another day and a half will allow them to be in a better position.
Did you have the right blocking scheme called when Deuce had his fourth down, 42-yard run?
Yes, happened to be obviously we blocked it well up front. And those types of fourth down plays, and I said it right when it happened, everybody's up there trying to make a stop, and it's everybody crunched into there. And I can remember, and I'm obviously old, but I can remember a Super Bowl where John Riggins hits one and pops it and goes and runs for a touchdown for a long gain touchdown. And it's the same thing. Everybody's up there. There's no second and third level to the defense. Offensive line did a great job getting a crease, and then Deuce, as everybody knows, if the backside, you can't find him. As he's shooting out the front side, the backside linebackers have no idea really where he's at. And obviously it was blocked really well up front, and then he took it the rest of the way.
With Joe out on Saturday, we've got to see some more of Jacardier, right? Just kind of what did you think of his performance?
I thought he did a really nice job. I thought that he was made sure that he was taking care of the football. I'm not sure that two hands ever got off the ball when he was carrying it, which was fine for me. He needed to get some touches. He needed to get live action. He needed to get hit while carrying the ball, and I thought he did a nice job with it.
If you get a quick change, turnover philosophy as far as when your offense gets right back on the field?
It a little bit depends on where it's at on the field. Obviously, if you're in the red zone, or if you're inside the plus 50, a lot of times you're trying to find, okay, where's that one scheme that we feel like you can get a shot play. Defenses, though, have so much now harped on when there's a quick change, expect a quote gimmick, expect a reverse pass, those types of things. So I feel like it's got to be in the right part of the field to try to go get a big play right away.
Skylar's been obviously playing at a high level, but he is still throwing an occasional interception. What's just kind of been your message to him on avoiding those?
And we talked about it on Monday when we had our unit meeting with our offense, and pre-snap things where we jump off sides, pre-snap where we have to use a timeout. Those are things that we keep harping on that we have to fix. Turning the football over because you don't carry it the right way, we have to fix it. Being aggressive, trying to make a play, we basically talk about, I believe, and I could be wrong, but Brett Favre probably holds the record for interceptions, but also holds probably the record for most dynamic big-time plays that he's made. And I don't want Skylar to ever be afraid to go try to make a big play. We got to be smart. You can't just throw it to throw it. You can't just go throw into triple coverage. But as a quarterback, you gotta be ready to go rip it and play fast. And so we talk more about playing fast and making good decisions, and we'll live with the result as long as we're doing that.
that out and up, almost like a double move to Phillip Brooks that resulted in a big play. Is that like you self-scouting a little bit and trying to break a tendency at all?
That was 100% that we have not run a lot of come back and go or stop and go, and we felt like it was a great time of the game to do it. One, if it doesn't work, we're going to stop the clock as it was getting later in the half. If it does work, we got a chance for a big play, and obviously it was. After we got it down to the 1, now it was a little bit the other way. How do we make sure we run as much clock as we can to not give their offense the ball back with much time left on the clock?
Any challenges that KU's defense presents to you guys?
Oh, definitely. All you have to do is turn the tape on and look at their weak side defensive end, number 15. He can really run, creates havoc. He's very similar to our defensive ends from the standpoint of off the edge. He's got a lot of quick twitch and can get home on any pass rush. And keeping him blocked in the run game is tough because he's athletic and will spin and get off blocks. When you look at their linebackers, same as almost every single team, they've played a lot of football. So they're not gonna the game's not gonna be too big for them or be too important to them. And it's the Sunflower Showdown. I mean, they'll be ready to play. I've been in enough. I've coached in enough different rivalry games to know that throw the numbers out when it comes to the game. You got to be ready to play, and I think our guys will be ready to play.
Is it as much of a nightmare to block Felix in practice as it is a game?
Well, with our defense, the last 3 years, obviously with Wyatt before, obviously Khalid is crazy athletic, and now the way Felix has really come on. Our tackles have had a handful since the day we got here, so it helps us get ready for Saturdays. And I'm proud of Felix and love the way he keeps working, and he's continued to improve. He started out, I thought, very well, but he's continued to improve.
The double time